Hello, friends. Welcome to this Saturday morning video. I'm very pleased to have with us today Reverend Suzanne Katschke, co-pastor of the Heritage United Methodist Church, and also our North Alabama Conference Executive Director of New and Renewing Churches. Suzanne is a member of the team that developed Evolve, a training opportunity that has been co-sponsored by the Board of Ordained Ministry, the Point of Cabinet, and New and Renewing Churches. Nearly 100 persons have participated in Evolve this fall, which has featured Olu Brown, Tony Morgan, Leonard Sweet, and Carrie Newhoff. I had the chance to participate on a couple of occasions. And Suzanne, I want you to know that I found Evolve to be energizing, thought-provoking, growth-producing, and exciting. So here's my question for you. What is the purpose of Evolve?
Well, the purpose of Evolve began to evolve in response to COVID-19. We began to realize quickly that there wasn't going to be a new normal, there was going to be a next normal. And we started off kind of with the definition of Evolve, to move from something simple to complex. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the entire team. We have Kelly Clem, Cheryl Klontz, Rick Owen, Sherry Reynolds, Ron Schultz. We've all been working on this together, and we've really had a wonderful time working on this. I've been saying for a long time that because of COVID, we're in a situation where we're all church planners right now. And so we decided that we saw a need that we needed help getting to this next normal. And so we decided that we would bring this partnership between, as you said, the cabinet and our DSs and our new church and Board of Ordained Ministry, that we would bring in the most well-known, the most respected, and the most highly trusted church leaders we could. And our hope was to learn as much as we could, but we also focused on this concept of building relationships. We grasped that during this time we needed each other more than ever, and that we are really, really better together. So while we set this up to learn, and we've done a lot of learning together, a lot of the power has come from the conversations that we've had with each other, with our peers, because during each learning session, there's always a time for people to talk. And then we do follow-up sessions where people can come in and they can talk to each other, because we're kind of all evolving together in this.
What have you learned from the speakers?
Well, each of the speakers have a unique voice and a unique perspective, and they're all in different locations and how they're serving. But as a matter of fact, I actually have all the notes from the speakers. So if you haven't been a part of Evolve and you would like to see what the speakers had to say, if you will email me, I would be more than glad to send you those notes, because we're all about trying to equip us as we do this together. But I would say there were kind of 4 common themes that came out. One of them is that there's never been a time with more rapid shifts. And a matter of fact, from the very first Evolve we had to one we just had recently, there had been more shifts. So the shifts have been rapid, and they've also been continual. Another thing that the speakers helped reinforce, and I found comfort, is that it's okay to know that we don't all know the answers right now, that we're figuring it out together. A common theme was also that there's never been a better time for us to embrace innovation and implementation and experimentation. It's okay to fail right now, as long as we fail forward. And then I think a repeated theme that we heard over and over and over again was that we're not going back to what was. I know that all our hearts yearn for that, but we're not going back. And the digital experiences of church are here to stay. I feel like maybe the other thing they also told us that brought some comfort in all of us being together is that this is an incredible adaptive challenge. An adaptive challenge is one where you go in to solve something, but there's no answer. There's no answer to the problem yet right now, and there's no answer. And so I think that they've reinforced to us that we're in it, we are where we are, but that we will get through it together.
The idea of getting through it together is powerful. And I understand that Evolve is a way for us in community to learn together and to walk through this very challenging landscape as a group. So what kind of response, what kind of feedback have you received from the participants of Evolve?
Well, one of the things when we first began Evolve is we wanted to be listeners more than teachers. It wasn't our intent to be teachers. We wanted to be fellow learners. We're all on this journey together. In fact, I personally continue to serve a local church. And so we wanted to, I think that's something that was kind of unique about Evolve. We were constantly seeking feedback from the very beginning to even ask, what is it that would be helpful to you right now? But even at every session that we have our chat open, they can give us feedback, and trust me, people have, and that's wonderful. We've tried to adjust to that. I'm hoping that we've created a culture of continual feedback when it comes to Evolve. Our team has really appreciated all the suggestions that people have given us, and we've tried to incorporate those. We did send a survey. We sent a survey just recently, and most of the results were very, very positive. It was interesting too, when this concept of being it together, because of course we want to learn, but we also want to be together in the learning. Our feedback also told us that people really, really appreciated the follow-up sessions and the opportunity to talk through some of these ministry challenges. And what we're doing now is we're trying to incorporate all that feedback that we've received. We're trying to incorporate that into 2021, because there's a new session of Evolve coming in January.
Yes, and I want to hear more about 2021. Evolve began as an experiment, and so the fall was planned, and then, as you described, evaluation has occurred. The evaluation has been so positive that the team is moving forward. So what is in the works for Evolve in 2021?
I feel like there's so much value in Evolve, and people are beginning to see that, those are participating, and even those who've yet to participate, because we will have it open for others to join in 2021. And we're still working on it. We're still finalizing what's to come in 2021, but I'm going to give you a sneak preview. How about that? So we have Becca Stevens coming to speak to us. We have Gil Rindle. We're having Michael Beck, Nona Jones, and Susan Beaumont. Now, I know you might not know who all those names are, but right now we're working on getting it up on the conference website for you to be able to look at and read their bios and all that. But we promise you, these are leaders who will make us think and challenge us and help equip us as we head toward our new normal. And we also listen to the surveys. One of our speakers, as you said earlier, was Tony Morgan. And Tony Morgan was a very popular speaker. He's very strategic, and he had some good strategy for us to use and to implement in our local churches. And people wanted to hear more from Tony Morgan. And so I'm going to even heighten the sneak peek to let you know that Tony Morgan, we've got him. He's coming back. He's coming back in 2021, and it's going to be a special session, because instead of it being half day, it's going to be a full day. And that day is going to be on digital ministry strategies. It's going to be a master class for that. A lot of us have spent a lot of time getting ourselves online, but now we need to figure out how to have a strategy. Number one, to reach new people. And number two, how to do digital discipleship. Something none of us thought that we would be doing on into the future, but we will. So we are super excited about that digital strategy class coming forward.
Thank you for that, Suzanne. It is so exciting to think about 2021 and Evolve. This is for clergy and laity. So tell me, how do you sign up if you're interested in being a part of Evolve in 2021?
Go to the conference website. It'll tell you all about it. It tells you about our speakers. It tells you how to register. You can talk to your DSs. All of our DSs are aware of that. And perhaps the best testimonials you could receive would be to talk to some of the 100 pastors and laity who have been a part of it, because they certainly could tell you a little bit more about it. The good thing about it is we welcome you. If you didn't participate in fall of 2020, we invite you to join us in January of 2021. We'll have that whole new slate of speakers with the additional return of Tony Morgan, who'll be back by popular demand, you might say. And our hope is that we'll continue to travel toward this new normal together, and that we'll figure it out. None of us are alone. None of us have all the answers, but together we can evolve into that next normal.
That's great, Suzanne. Thank you again for being here today and sharing about Evolve. Also, know how grateful I and many others are for your ministry at Heritage United Methodist Church and also in new and renewing churches. Please convey to the Evolve team our deep appreciation for the outstanding work that they are doing and for the way that Evolve is moving from an experiment to a force in our annual conference. Take care and keep up the great work.
Thank you. And thank you to all the people who participated. They're the ones who make Evolve what it is.
Absolutely.